If you're over 60, every move you make matters more than you think. That morning stretch, that power walk after dinner, even that online workout you're trying to keep up with, all of it could be doing one of two things: helping your heart or quietly wearing it down. Here's the shocker. Some of the most popular exercises among seniors today are not helping at all. They're harming. I'm not talking about being lazy or skipping workouts. I'm talking about good people with great intentions unknowingly pushing their aging hearts past the edge, and no one is telling them. Until now. I'm a heart doctor. I've seen too many seniors walk into my office looking fine but carrying hidden dangers inside their chest. Elevated blood pressure, erratic rhythms, early signs of heart strain. And these weren't couch potatoes. These were folks who exercised daily. The real problem wasn't what they didn't do, it was what they were doing wrong. That's why I'm begging you to stop 5 specific types of exercise before they do permanent damage. This isn't about fear, it's about facts. Your heart has carried you for decades. Now it needs you to carry it with wisdom. In this video, I'll walk you through the 5 exercises that may be hurting you right now. I'll show you safer alternatives that protect your heart instead of punishing it. If you care about living longer and better, this might be the most important message you hear this year. Let's start with the first habit that may be doing more harm than good. High-intensity workouts, including HIIT and boot camp-style routines, are putting unnecessary pressure on aging hearts. These types of exercises involve sudden bursts of extreme effort followed by short rest periods. While they may sound efficient, they often push your heart past its safe limits. Your heart at 65 is not the same as it was at 30. It recovers more slowly, and it is more vulnerable to spikes in blood pressure and heart rate. Multiple studies confirm this. According to a 2019 report from the American Heart Association, high-intensity interval training led to significantly elevated blood pressure in participants over 60 compared to moderate activity. Another study published in the Journal of Geriatric Cardiology found that older adults doing high HIIT experienced a 25% increase in heart rate variability, often triggering irregular rhythms. These changes are not just numbers, they represent real stress on your cardiovascular system. You may feel dizzy, breathless, or more fatigued than usual and brush it off as normal aging. But what's happening inside is anything but normal. Your heart is working overtime and waving a silent red flag. The good news is you do not have to stop exercising, you just have to switch to movements that support your heart instead of shocking it. Walking for 30 minutes a day has been shown to reduce heart disease risk by up to 35%. Tai Chi improves balance and lowers blood pressure. Light swimming builds endurance without overloading your heart. These are not second-rate choices. They are smart, sustainable, and safe. Exercise should not be a battle against your age. It should be a lifelong partnership with your body. Your heart will thank you for it. Next, let's talk about something that looks simple but can be surprisingly dangerous: core crunches and heavy lifting. These movements are often seen as part of a healthy strength routine. But for people over 60, they can put serious strain on the heart. Every time you do a sit-up or lift a heavy dumbbell, your body creates a strong internal pressure. That pressure builds up in your chest and abdomen, then it shoots upward, straight toward your heart. A study in the Journal of Applied Physiology showed that during high-strain lifts, intra-abdominal pressure can rise by over 100 millimeters of mercury. That's the same kind of spike seen in some hypertensive crises. Another study from the American Journal of Hypertension found that older adults performing intense core work experienced short-term systolic blood pressure increases of 40 to 70 points. These aren't small numbers. They represent real stress. And for someone with stiff arteries or silent plaque buildup, even 1 rep can be too much. You might not feel anything at first. maybe a little lightheaded, maybe some chest tightness. But these are warning signs. I've seen patients faint during a routine set. Others walk out of the gym thinking they're fine, then end up in the ER hours later. This isn't about stopping strength training altogether. It's about adapting it for your heart. Use resistance bands instead of heavy weights. Focus on slow, controlled movements. Breathe through each motion and never hold your breath. That breath holding creates even more internal pressure. If possible, work with a trainer who understands senior physiology. Building muscle is still important, but how you build it matters more than ever. Your heart is not a machine. Treat it with care, train smart, and protect what keeps you alive. Now let's look at a risk that most people never even think about: exercising in extreme temperatures. It sounds simple, but for people over 60, it can be one of the most dangerous mistakes. Whether it's a brisk walk on a cold morning or a short jog during a summer afternoon, temperature affects your heart more than you realize. As we age, our body loses its ability to regulate heat and cold. That means your heart has to work harder just to keep your body balanced. A study from the Harvard School of Public Health found that heart attacks increased by 33% on very cold days and 27% on extremely hot days. Another report published in Circulation showed that older adults had a higher risk of sudden cardiac events during heat waves. The reason is simple. In cold weather, blood vessels tighten, which raises blood pressure. In hot weather, vessels widen, your heart races, and dihydration kicks in faster than expected. These changes force your heart to work double time, and that's before you even start moving. You might feel tired faster. You might get dizzy or short of breath, and you might think it's just the heat or just your age. But these are signs your heart is struggling. The solution is to exercise smarter. Choose indoor environments with stable temperatures. Use a fan or air conditioning when it's hot. Dress in breathable layers when it's cold. Drink water before, during, and after your workout. And most importantly, pay attention to how your body feels. Your heart does not care how motivated you are. It cares about how safe you are. Don't let the weather decide your risk. You have more control than you think. Choose comfort. Choose safety. Choose what your heart can handle. Let's move on to a mistake that often gets overlooked: fast movements, jumping, and sudden direction changes. These might look harmless on paper, but they create chaos inside an aging body. For people over 60, exercises like jumping jacks, stair sprints, or quick aerobics can trigger a chain reaction that your heart and balance system can no longer handle the way they used to. According to the National Institute on Aging, older adults have slower reaction times, reduced coordination, and stiffer blood vessels. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that seniors who participated in fast-paced exercise were 3 times more likely to experience dizziness or falls, compared to those who followed a slow, controlled routine. These sudden movements spike your blood pressure and heart rate without warning. The nervous system gets confused. The heart tries to keep up. Oxygen delivery struggles. That's when people start feeling lightheaded or unsteady on their feet. I've had patients walk into the clinic with bruises and no memory of the fall, all because they tried to follow a workout video meant for someone half their age. The fix is not to stop moving. It's to switch to exercises designed for your age. Try Tai Chi, try gentle yoga, try water aerobics. These build strength and protect your joints without shocking your system. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You just need to move with intention. Slower is safer, controlled is smarter, and your heart will stay stronger for it. Finally, let's talk about timing. When you exercise can be just as important as how you exercise. And for people over 60, working out too late at night can quietly sabotage your heart. Many seniors think an evening walk or light cardio before bed is a healthy habit. But even light activity at the wrong time can disrupt your body's natural rhythm and rob your heart of the rest it needs to heal. As we age, our circadian rhythm becomes more sensitive. A study from the Sleep Research Society found that older adults who exercised within 2 hours of bedtime had 45% more trouble falling into deep sleep compared to those who exercised earlier in the day. Another study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association linked poor sleep quality to increased blood pressure, higher inflammation markers, and irregular heart rhythms in adults over 60. Late-night exercise raises your heart rate and body temperature. It stimulates your nervous system. It tells your brain to stay alert when it should be winding down. You might fall asleep, but you won't stay in deep, restorative sleep, and without that deep rest, your heart doesn't get the recovery time it needs. Over time, this leads to fatigue, higher stress, and greater cardiovascular risk. The solution is simple. Aim to exercise in the morning or early afternoon. Get your movement in before dinner. Let the evening be your body's time to relax and recharge. Your heart is not just a muscle, it's a rhythm. Respect its timing, protect its rest. Choose a routine that supports your sleep instead of stealing it. When it comes to heart health, the clock matters more than you think. Make every hour count, especially the quiet ones. You've just learned 5 common exercises that may be slowly damaging your heart. Not because they're bad in general, but because they're not built for a heart that's been working hard for over 60 years. At this stage of life, your heart is not asking you to move harder. It's asking you to move smarter. Every time you push too far, too fast, or at the wrong time, you could be trading energy for exhaustion, strength for strain, and good intentions for serious risk. This is not about quitting, it's about choosing better. That 30-minute walk in the morning, that calm Tai Chi routine in the park, that simple set of movements that leaves you feeling steady, not shaky. These are not small changes, they're life-saving choices. Your body has been through decades of hard work, stress, and resilience. Now is the time to respect what it needs most. Consistency, balance, recovery. These are the new markers of real strength. If your current routine includes any of the 5 harmful habits we covered, take a step back and reset. Talk to your doctor. Adjust your workouts. Stay aware of your heart rate, your energy levels, and your sleep. And most of all, listen when your body whispers. That whisper could save you from the scream that comes later. You're not too old, it's not too late, and every safe step forward adds more healthy years to your life. Start now. Your heart has never needed your attention more than it does today. Give it the care it has always given you.